So funny, the nigga literally just jumped out the window. So street crackhead and shit.
Okay, Coach, you know, the folks in the Dog Pound, they live for games like this. Snowy conditions here at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Cleveland Browns. The calendar is turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own
23-yard line. You eyeball that?
On first down, Benjamin. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a give, right side. Benjamin.
Hey.
3 yards as he's taken down at the
You don't have to hit like that. That's durable, ain't it? Fuck.
Top 5 team in terms of
got all them dogs over there.
When they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 3rd and 2, Love. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. They'll run on first down. Benjamin.
Out of bounds. And we can take that beating. You don't have to take a beating if you don't need to. Out of bounds.
35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 36. Running with Kamara. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Off the play fake. Love rolling to his right.
On the ball.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good.
That was a time this shit was.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Here goes the 7th play.
Because I'm retarded, nigga.
They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the gun, Love. And
get money!
Into the end zone, touchdown, New Orleans. A 24-yard touchdown.
Like that.
And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening
That nigga striking in the snow. Fuck. Bitch ass nigga, man. That's my fault. I forgot there's snow on my fault.
A 6-0 game.
All them heavy hitters on their secondary in this motherfucker. Awesome.
Frustration after the PAT.
I think I like.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Dances by him. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. First carry for Nick.
Come here, boy.
And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, X Factor, he got the record ball, so we got to stop him before he stops. Stop him before he stops, goddammit.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Second and 10. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football
really
shy of the 30 to the 29. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
No, I can't see.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I've never been good in like rain games or snow games.
Hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down.
I missed them. That's why I hate this
place. And there he goes. The 20. And he will be marked down inside New Orleans 10. A big play that time out of Chubb. 61 yards.
What the man ran right past him?
That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Come on.
2nd and 9 now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Jalen Hurd,
you gonna get that shit on me?
But now it's 3rd.
They ain't gonna call no flag down there,
When you
champ.
get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. He can run for
That was beautiful, young man.
end zone, touchdown.
Because I went right after the running back.
Their mobile quarterback.
That was beautiful.
His
I
16th
ain't even gonna fake. That was
touchdown of the
beautiful.
year. As his guys can now take the lead with a
Move to
extra
sleep. I'm gonna go
point.
to sleep.
And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy.
I don't want that shit. Goddamn lights. I like my shit heavy.
So back even at 6 apiece
Oh,
as the
that's it.
kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. On first down, Benjamin.
Shit.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Come on.
He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter play.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
On 3rd and short,
What the fuck? I didn't even throw the ball.
And his guys are going to
I
take
didn't even throw the ball.
at the 39-yard line.
He went that
He
shit
had a little
out,
bit of the
man.
turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another
I
one here.
didn't
Do you
fucking
start to
throw
get a
the
little
ball.
worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Fucking up.
Quincy Wilson in on the stop.
If I hit X too many times, how the fuck the ball go to triangle? Because I didn't even hit triangle.
A run for Nick Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. On the ground, it's Chubb.
Bubble, bitch.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A give right is Chubb. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll lead here to a third down.
March 47. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Operating from the gun. Britt. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback.
Don't leave nobody back at the block. You send up everybody.
And you need to put some heat on it. It helps have the big gun. In this case, just
niggas can't make extra points, but they make field goals.
So that's a 7.
Come on, y'all, let's go.
Ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in
The
the beginning.
accidental interception
But how about the front
cost us
seven?
3.
They got closer to their goal line. Things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, able to avoid him. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Bad news, they didn't get it on 2nd down. The good news is they still only need about 3 or 4 inches here on 3rd.
And the good play callers have looked at both situations. They thought to themselves, okay, this call, I pick up the 1st down, already ready with that call. If I don't, this is what they'll come back with in order to pick it up.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here.
Good tackle,
he's
boy.
going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
He's saying to the game and shit.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum.
That's nobody falling back. I'm supposed to pick that. I played that so wrong.
Giving up the football.
I was right there, and they didn't go for the pick. I'm tripping.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Looking to throw. Britt. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency.
Thank you.
Team, and it's intercepted.
That was good D right there.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be
happy. That's crazy, man.
There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Not a bounce. I just wanted to try to steal
first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Looking for more on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Zone.
From the gun, Love.
No, I didn't mean to do that.
Running back Kamara. Now we'll get a quick timeout call.
I didn't mean to catch the ball like that. My fault.
As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3.
That's my fault.
There to escape, and he goes down.
I held it too long.
Larry Ogunjobi, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Not wanting to risk another sack, they're playing safe with a run. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally.
Woo!
I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
47's the mic. Come off the ball. Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Operating from the gun. Britt.
Missed him again.
That's David Njoku, the tight end.
I missed him again.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
I did that shit again, man. I keep fucking missing them.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the pass.
Back to throw. Britt, flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
47 Mike, 47. Hey, get the way. Hey, check Mike.
On 3rd down, Britt.
Damn.
Open man is hurt. It's
Oh, yeah, I need that.
And now look at this.
Oh, my God.
Well, the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective,
What the fuck kind of D I run anyway? Everybody was open. What the
It is a
fuck?
moment where all concentration goes right
Damn
to the
it.
football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp.
And this is
I'm so pissed at myself right now, man. I'm just so pissed at myself right now for that whack ass fucking D.
On the year. And the Browns have retaken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in Q3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 66 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Love. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to regain the lead.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think
Quite
time
a
of
bit
possession
aggressive,
matters
yeah.
anymore. I believe we found one of them.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that will get him one closer. That's fielded in the end zone.
Fumble!
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Come on, y'all. We need a turnover this possession.
To get started. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they got to keep hammering away.
Defense will be good right about now, fellas.
To be a shootout.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, Britt. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now Chubb running right. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
To throw on 3rd down. Britt.
Whoa, that delayed blitz, boy, killed them.
He goes down. Joe
We'll give him a different look, kill him every time.
And it also brings up 4th.
Give him a delayed blitz, kill him. You dig me?
I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead pursuit.
Even see my blitz come every time. I gotta switch it up on him.
Yeah, he really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the deep.
Oh, shit, you bitch. I swear to God, I be trying to stay away from this nigga, dog.
The return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Damn, I be trying to stay away from Derwin, man. I ran right into his ass.
Some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome, and there have been 2 ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather, just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, his 6th touchdown of the season. And now they have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Fuck. Come on, we got to come back out here.
The touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Damn.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters.
What the fuck was that?
The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now
that's going to be a motherfucking fly route, not a comeback.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those.
I swear to God,
we saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Again, it's Kamara. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Love. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check, check. 40. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win.
On 4th down, Love. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Off play action. Love.
It's interesting going into this.
I threw it right to him.
Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
I thought he was doing something else.
That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field. That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You'd be picking dandelions out
exactly.
there. But the 9 picks,
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
47's the mic, boy. 47. Check, check. 47. You don't want none.
From the gun, Britt got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Kamara. Kamara has it stripped.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. Almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
See, my scared ass trying to get the fuck with Derwin.
Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Short game, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. They'll run on first down. Benjamin. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Get around that. She's supposed to got some outside of that.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. They'll look to throw.
What the fuck was that?
Pressure there as it's intercepted.
My man was wide the fuck open when he threw that. What was that?
Shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Wasn't nobody even right there. That man was
So
deep.
now he's equal his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles,
Damn, he just do that for real. He can't even show the replay. Damn, that joint was wide open.
To take that number down. Told the guys on the team,
What
don't
the
worry,
fuck
things are going
was
to pick up.
that?
I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right.
Damn,
Talking about
what
being
was
cool,
that?
calm, collective,
nigga
rebounding.
was
Not
wide
rebounding right
open.
here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
I ain't never seen no shit like that.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that frees you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
And that's my superstar quarterback.
So for Cleveland, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots.